And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day. A little bit warmer out there. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today, we have Dr. Trent. He's sitting right over there at the desk waiting for me. He's brought along a guest, Lisa Thurman, from the Global Alzheimer's Platform Foundation, and they're going to talk about some clinical trials that are going on in the world of Alzheimer's. Also, Leslie Gabola will be here later with Adapt to It. We also have Sydney Whitney with the Thrive Project and Eric Reese from the Jesse Reese Foundation, NEGU, which is Never Ever Give Up. He sat down with Lisa, and we have that segment as well. Now, as far as meetings go today, well, the first meeting is actually the docent tour. If you're interested, it's at 1 o'clock today. Please email docent@vmsinc.org, and then United has their agenda prep meeting at 2 o'clock in the Willow Room. Now, let's get to the weather, and I have to admit, yesterday it got about 4 or 5 degrees warmer than I said it would. I think I told you yesterday, I always look at a couple, 3 different sources, and one had it higher, one had it lower. I kind of put it in the middle where the higher one was correct. So we're looking probably about 86 today at least, 88 tomorrow, and we got warming up, a little bit of hazy sun out there today. And same thing on Saturday. Now it's supposed to drop on Sunday and Monday. Back a bit, a little bit more of the scattered clouds and the marine layer sticking around. So a little bit warmer for the next few days. Really, if you go in the Inland Empire, in those areas, they're going to be hitting upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. Let's look around Orange County today. And you can even see in Orange County, we're hit 90 degrees up there in North OC around Anaheim area, and also around Yorba Linda around 92. The foothills at least 89 today, and South OC 87. San Diego the same. Arrowhead back up to that 80-degree mark, and Palm Springs goes back up to, they're up by another probably 3 degrees. I think they got to 105 yesterday at 108. So a little stretch of warm weather here, not unusual, and then we're going to bring it back down as we get to a Sunday and Labor Day a little bit anyway, with more marine layer. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Low payments? Yes, we can. Low financing for all types of credit? Yes, we can. Capistrano Toyota features 10 acres of new and certified pre-owned Toyotas, plus many used cars priced below $10,000. When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Exit the 5 freeway at Camino Capistrano.
Trust the experts at Universal Carpet for all your flooring needs. Now get 50% off pet stain resistant and hyperallergenic carpet, porcelain tile, wood laminate and waterproof flooring, and complete kitchen and bath remodels. Plus get 5-year 0% financing, including free installation and free furniture removal. Our convenient showrooms are just minutes away in Irvine and Huntington Beach, or call 866-402-2747 for our free in-home shopping service. Universal Carpet, the low price leader for over 20 years.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
Well, I'd like to welcome back Dr. Trent with us today. And of course, he's with Irvine Clinical Research, healthybrainclub.com. And Iggy has brought along a guest, Lisa Thurman from Global Alzheimer's Platform Foundation.
I know.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Happy to have you here today. And what we're talking about, there's some advanced clinical trials, Dr. Trin, and it's called Trailblazer. So tell me about that.
Yes, yes. So, you know, in the history of clinical trials with Alzheimer's, we've all heard about the plaque that's in the brain. And in the history of clinical trials, the medicines that are developed to try to address this plaque have always been targeting two different mechanisms. The first mechanism is, how do you stop new plaque from being produced?
Okay.
Right? How do you stop new plaque from forming and depositing in the brain? So we have medicines that address that.
Okay.
The second mechanism in our clinical trials with other types of medicines being used is, how do you remove the plaque that's already there?
Right.
Right? And so you have a slew of medications addressing that. You know, so a group of medicines addressing how to stop new plaque, and another group of meds addressing how to remove existing plaque. We now have, essentially for the first time, through Trailblazer, a clinical study that addresses both at the same time.
That's
and it
great.
makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Dual therapy.
It makes complete sense. And so Lisa represents an organization that helps us essentially to have patients participate in clinical trials.
So what does your organization do and where is it based?
The Global Alzheimer's Platform Foundation is a non-for-profit based out of DC.
Okay.
It was essentially created to speed the delivery of innovative therapies by reducing the time and cost of conducting Alzheimer's dementia clinical trials. Critical to our success and what we're trying to do is our Global Alzheimer's Platform Network, or the GAPNet. And essentially that is over 65 clinical research centers in the US and Canada, Irvine Clinical being one of them, and we collaborate to do memory screening, community outreach, essentially community education, as well as physician education.
So are you sort of an organization that you match potential folks with these trials throughout the country based on where they live and...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Dr. Trin, he speaks out in the community on our behalf as well as for community education and on brain health. And we're trying to really educate on clinical research and what it is, because that's the big question. And that's the big hurdle is our job is to really educate the community on what advancements are being done and what Alzheimer's and dementia clinical research really are.
And Dr. Trin, we've talked about this before when it comes to clinical trials, any clinical trial, it doesn't matter what it is. They're costly, they're time consuming, and the factors vary person to person. You can't take 1,000 folks, isolate them, all give them the exact same diet, the same exercise, the same routine every day. That would really give you, you know, an absolute number, so to speak. People are going to go home, eat what they want, some will exercise, regardless of what they tell you.
Yes.
You know that. And so, you know, getting really accurate results sometimes is difficult.
Yes, and that's really the purpose of a clinical trial, is to measure what you can measure and to put patients into groups or populations where at least the parameters that you're measuring are equal or looks the same. So if you have a group of patients taking a medication, we're looking for groups of patients who have, you know, a certain range of memory loss, and you want to sort out who has memory loss in that range. We're looking for patients who have the plaque, right? Because if you don't have the plaque, then why be, you know, then there's no point of trying to remove the plaque if it's not there. So we identify patients in as controlled of a research environment as possible, knowing that there are factors that you cannot control, diet and nutrition and other things. But this is what's set up to do a clinical trial and to get as accurate of results as you can.
Yeah.
And it's a process for the FDA, really, to get these meds through.
And Lisa, is this, you know, you kind of match these folks, but do you pre-screen them to make sure you're matching the right potential people with the type of trial that's being done?
The site actually pre-screens them, which
Okay.
is really kind of wonderful. There are many research sites in Orange County. We support many of them in Alzheimer's and dementia research. The nice part is that we do it by geographic location. We can really essentially send the potential or interested individual to a research center that's local to their home.
Okay.
Mostly because it's a commitment. It really
Yeah.
is. You have to commit, but so does your partner, the person that's going to be involved in the study with you. And that's really key, is that we want to make it as easy as possible.
The people that do these trials, are they compensated in some way? I mean, I
For
can't,
their
you know-
time and travel,
okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not, especially if they're in certain stages of Alzheimer's, they're not worried about making money at this point.
It's
But-
about the participation,
Yeah.
yes, and finding a cure.
Right. But still, the travel there. and
Absolutely,
things
the
like
time and
that.
travel. They, you know, the nice part is that a lot of these Alzheimer's and dementia studies, they offer services like Lyft to help the potential patient or potential party to get to their appointments, and that can always be difficult.
And Dr. Trim, once they get there, what are some of the things that they go through? How long does it take? Is it beyond the medication or whatever that you might be giving them? Are you spending an hour with them just doing brain scans and things like that?
Right. Typically, a patient who is interested or concerned about their memory, they would schedule a consultation with me.
Okay.
And that's a no-cost consultation.
Yeah, we have that number on the screen.
And so we would review their medications, their medical history, their surgeries. We'll do a complimentary memory test to see where they're at. And based on those types of results, we will look through and see if they are a candidate for a clinical trial. But you know, whether a patient is a candidate or not, it wouldn't matter, because we provide the education to maximize or optimize your brain health. We'll talk about diet. We'll talk about the plant-based brain health diet. We'll talk about exercise. We'll talk about all the factors that you can do to help and your brain function without taking an extra pill. So the research opportunity is there, but really they're there for the education to learn on how we can help with their brain health.
And I know that, I know how passionate Dr. Trin is in this, but as you said, you work with other organizations within this area. You're personally based in this area then?
Yes, I am.
And obviously you're the foundation throughout the country, and they're all working together to find a common cure.
Absolutely, it's a collaborative effort, not just with Irvine Clinical, but other sites locally. We partner with the Alzheimer's Orange County group, Alzheimer's Association. It really is a collaborative effort to not just educate the community, but educate primary care physicians as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting the disease too late. We gotta start looking at the symptoms and how we can access these potential people or individuals who are afflicted earlier.
Yeah, and maybe one day there'll be some sort of preventative vaccine, and you know, we're given to people that you can see there's a family history of, like we do with some cancers now and other diseases as well.
Exactly. Actually, within the last 2 months, there's been at least 2 to 3 reports published showing some really good hope on the ability to remove and reduce these plaques.
Yeah.
And that's been just in the last few months. So we're very hopeful. And I'm very hopeful with the Trailblazer study, because it's the first combination treatment I've seen to offer both removing plaque and stopping new production. makes perfect sense to me.
It does. Well, thank
It's
you both for
exciting.
coming on. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I know I'll see Iggy and fairly soon. Always good to see you.
Thank you for having
The
me.
numbers on the screen, if you would like a free consultation, is 949-753-1663, or you can go to healthybrilliantclub.com and get more information there. Thank you both. We'll be right back. Very good.
What's happened to healthcare? It wasn't so long ago that your doctor understood your health history because they were part of it. From labor pains to life's health challenges, you could rely on that relationship with your family physician. Then something happened. Healthcare changed. Seeing a doctor can feel like running into a stranger. A 60-minute wait for a 6-minute visit. Hoag Medical Group is here to change all of that. Our doctors do more than react to illness. They become your personal physician for life. Always listening, never rushing, helping to chart a healthy path together, walking with you at every turn. This is the way healthcare was meant to be, with enhanced features such as same-day appointments, care coordination, and direct access to Hoag's world-class professionals and services. Hoag Medical Group. We listen, we care, we're committed to you for life.
When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Low payments? Yes, we can. Low financing for all types of credit? Yes, we can. Capistrano Toyota features 10 acres of new and certified pre-owned Toyotas, plus many used cars priced below $10,000. When other dealers say no, Capistrano Toyota says, yes, we can. Exit the 5 freeway at Camino Capistrano.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me.
Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing. We can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
I'm Dr. Trin. You may know me from Memorial Care, Alzheimer's Orange County, and Irvine Clinical Research. Alzheimer's is the 3rd leading cause of death in Orange County. The problem is, we're making this diagnosis way too late, after the damage is done. We don't want to wait for this to happen. We want to catch this early. Please come see me for a free consultation and discuss ways to minimize your risk for Alzheimer's disease.
Welcome back. Well, we have a treat today. We have Cindy Whitney, who's the host of Discovering Laguna Woods, but today she's going to talk to us about the Thrive Project. Welcome.
Thank you, Lisa. It's so nice to be here.
It's always fun to have you on.
Thank
so
you.
I know we've talked about Thrive before.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on right now with it.
Well, we actually have a task force committee that meets once a month, and similar to our community is not static, so our task force has been very busy keeping up with what are the interests of the community and so forth. So, well, we have something brand new, and that is we do have a new logo, so we do want to share that with people today, and that logo is really kind of emblematic of what Thrive is all about. It's about movement and motion and activity and energy and joyfulness and all of those things. So I think it kind of encapsulates that a little bit, and you'll be seeing that in print, on email blast, you'll be seeing that on programming and so forth.
So we're showing it now, so let's take a look at what you're actually talking about. So when you're talking about movement things, what are the little sprouts that come off the
those little
word?
sprouts are little figures. They're little,
Like
they're little
people?
people. They're little people.
Okay.
Yeah, they're little people. And you know, I think I can kind of see volleyball in there. I can see yoga in there. I can see the aqueducts in there. I can see all sorts of things.
You're right. You can see that with the people all moving around. I love that.
So it's a kind of a vibrancy that we want to, and we want to show too that we do things with each other. It's not a singular effort. It's in many cases we're doing things with others, and it's very important to connect with other people when we're having these great experiences. So that's one thing that Thrive is about.
Right. And then you also had mentioned that there's we talked about there's classes being offered, but that's by the video club, and how does that work with Thrive?
It's great. Well, Scott Marvel, who is one of the founders of Thrive, and he goes out with his iPhone all the time and captures these wonderful events in the community. He teaches a class on how anybody else can take their, because we know this is an underutilized piece of technology. He teaches you how to film somebody, how to edit it, how to narrate it, how to put copyright-free music on it. And so you've got your own little story about an event that you went to. You asked people how they were thriving and that sort of thing. So he'll teach that. Tom Nash teaches storytelling. I know that Phil Duran last time had a class on screenwriting. That's, you know, taking storytelling to the max.
Right.
Chuck Hale did a class on how to post your stories to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots of great classes over there. It'll help people thrive themselves, but also create these little stories.
Right, and at some point then, people that gather those types of stories, you guys will be able to receive that information at some point, right?
Yes, we bring them right here to the community center, to the Village Television station, and it'll be presented to the committee. The committee will review it, and then it'll be published on the Thrive site, which is on Village Television YouTube. If you put Village Television on the YouTube and put Thrive on it,
it'll come up there. Great.
Several of the Thrive stories are right there, so you can see what other people are doing.
Okay, excellent. All right, great. And then you also are going to be out and about in the community as well. Tell me how you will see you.
A lot of times we've been kind of depending on, you know, just hit or miss, just kind of encountering people. Now we're going to have a presence. We might even set up a kiosk at some of the events like the art affair or maybe golf tournaments, the Bonanza, there will be Woodstock maybe, the 4th of July, the Memorial Day. It's places where people are gathered to talk to them about, you know, how are you thriving? What do you love about what you're doing here?
Right.
Because positivity is so important. And we'll talk about that in a second too.
Okay. And then academic community references, like gerontology?
Exactly. One of our committee members, Steve Carmen, has been very generous with some of the things that he's brought in. He has been studying gerontology and bringing in these things from Psychology Today and UC Berkeley and Yale, and there's studies that have been done on our population. Gerontology is the study of aging, and they've pointed out that positivity is so important to us. It breaks up that causal pathway between negativity and depression, cognitive decline, and possibly the onset of Alzheimer's. So the more positive we can be, the more positive images, the more positive feelings that we have about what we're doing every day will help us to take those things out of our thinking and make us be stronger in that respect. Also, there's a lot of negativity in the stereotyping of older people. You know, older people are kind of depicted as frail and, you know, not active, and we just know that's not true. We live in Laguna Woods. That's not happening for us. So we want to promote that, and we want people to see how active and how much fun we're having, and how involved and how in service to each other we are here in this community. So that's helpful too, and that's what Thrive can do. It can publish that and promote that.
That's awesome. I think that's a good idea. And then you said that you focus on positivity and the quality of life, and I would have to agree with you on the perception, because being someone who doesn't live here in Laguna Woods, I talk a lot about Laguna Woods, and I tell, oh my gosh, they have 250 clubs and they have all this activity. People are quite shocked, so I think it's a good idea to highlight a lot of that.
Yes, and it's one thing to read that in our documents and on our email blasts and so forth. It's another thing entirely to hear somebody that's at one of those events or doing one of those activities and telling you why they like it. What are they getting out of it? They come there with their friends, or they made new friends. I mean, and sometimes people will say, well, I don't know anybody there. I don't know if I want to go. You find that if you go to one of those events, somebody will say, well, come and sit with us, or here's an empty seat, and the next thing you know, you have a whole new group of friends. So it's a really good thing, and that's part of the positivity that we're really promoting here.
Right. Well, I know you're in a lot of events. And you know, you know how to use your phone too, so I'm sure you're going to be out there just going, oh hey, let me interview you.
Well, not completely. I don't know the whole editing process, and I need to be in one of those classes.
Well, yeah,
but
so do I.
Well, then I can take, you know, stories of my grandchildren too. So it has a great expanded benefit. But yes, I do go to a number of things, but not nearly as many as I would like to. So I think I want to get out more, and I think capturing those moments and sharing them with other people is a great opportunity we have. It's a grassroots grassroots thing. It's not, led by anybody, but just folks here in the village, wanting to share and connect with other people, the great time that they're having.
Right, and if somebody knows of someone or happens to, see somebody doing something, hopefully they'll be able to share that with you.
Sure, or you can contact Village Television and say, I nominate someone. I do a little interstitial piece once in a while. It's about 10 minutes in length, where I really go into a little bit more in depth, and I talk to someone who's thriving, and you can nominate someone to be in that little interstitial piece, and we can talk to them and find out all about their Thrive process. And there's some just great stories here. I mean, people are still surfing, This amazes me, they haven't given up things that they used to do in the past. In some cases, but in other cases, they've come here and discovered a whole new love. I mean, people have become very proficient at things that they started and just learned about since they came here.
Right.
I mean, that's remarkable. It's like a whole new chapter of your life.
Well, it is.
It is,
absolutely.
And of course, our mission statement for Thrive is to capture and share moments of life in the village. That's our everyday thing that we want to do, but our long term is to inspire quality living in every chapter of our lives. So that's saying we want to extend this as long as possible, because there's all sorts of things you can do here regardless of your age or your ability level.
Right.
So,
Very involved, very involved. Speaking of that, you have Village Thrivers that you are going to be talking about that do wearable art.
Well, we had some photos. I know we have some photos that are on the screen behind us. There was one where they celebrated Iris Apfel. I don't know if there are.
There they are.
There they are. Iris Apfel is a wonderful 97-year-old businesswoman, interior designer, fashionista in New York, and it was her 97th birthday, so the wearable art team got together and they all dressed up like Iris. Now that's something I'm going to plan for next year. You've got to plan for that one, because, I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of jewelry.
Or those glasses, holy smokes.
I know. You got to go online for some of that stuff. But anyway, that's a lot of fun, and these are some of the things that just sort of spring up. A group of people get together and say, hey, let's celebrate Iris's birthday, and so they did. And then we have some of the other photos, our wonderful clubhouse for kids. Harold and Ed and Yvonne and Blanche are just amazing. They astound me every time I go in there, that they're just working away on these beautiful things that they create in the clubhouse for. We have the other activities clubhouse. We have the Silver Glove Fitness and the new archery range. Are just, I mean, these are brand new things. They're evolving because the interests and the things that people want to do are changing, because we're always getting new people in the village. People are moving in all the time. So what are some of the things that they want to be doing? And then, of course, pickleball. We love our pickleball. It's just fantastic.
And that's pickleball and paddleball, and there's a lot of things to do.
There are a lot of things to do. As I say, again, regardless of your age or your ability and your desire. But it's great because sometimes people get stuck in a routine of their fitness program. And they say, well, I'm guilty of that. I go to the gym 3 times a week. And it's like, well, what else can I be doing? So try something new. There's always new things.
All right, well, excellent. And then we can see the Thrive show at 9:30 on Thursdays following this program.
So if you're watching this live, it's going to be on right after our ThisDay show. And it's on every Thursday at 9:30 on Village Television, and that's the whole program that Scott Marvel puts together, and he's had some great shows on there. My favorite thus far was the longest day of the year, where he went out from the beginning of the day to the end of the day and found thrivers all during the day, starting at 5:30 in the morning down to sunset when things were closing down. And it was really an interesting show. It was really an interesting show. But he's doing Woodstock and other things now, so it's great to watch that show too.
Well, I look forward to seeing new episodes and new exciting stuff, and to see you on your little 10-minute things too.
Okay.
And your other show.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for
Lisa,
being with us.
Thank you so much for having
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
All right. And don't forget, if you're watching ThisDay Live, right at 9:30 is the Thrive Show. We'll be right back after this. Thank you. You're always so fun. You're so easy.
Hiring a realtor you trust is the first step in selling your home. Selecting an escrow company that can safeguard your money and personal information throughout the transaction is the next step. Escrow Options will guarantee the safety of your personal information and funds from the risks of wire fraud and cyber theft. Choose the escrow company that works for you. Escrow Options Group, protecting consumer assets in escrow since 2005.
Welcome back. Well, with me today, I have Nora Graybar, who is with NAGU, Jesse Reese Foundation, and the founder, Eric Reese, who is the founder and proud father of the NAGU organization. I guess, how do you say it? Jesse Reese Foundation, NAGU, how do you like to call it?
Jess used to, it's called NAGU, because Jess used to always point at her knee and say, "Daddy, it's NAGU." So we say NAGU.
Okay.
Stands for Never Ever Give Up.
Right.
Which was the mission and motto of my 11-year-old daughter when she was fighting cancer back in 2011.
Okay, so this is how it all came about.
Yeah, so Jess was diagnosed with an inoperable and incurable brain tumor on March 3rd, 2011. And so she was outpatient, so we went to CHOC for treatment every day. The doctors told us we'd get about 12 to 18 months with her because it was terminal. So we went up, had treatment, chemotherapy, radiation, all those kinds of things. And then she would come home. About 3 weeks into treatment, she was in the back seat. My wife, Stacy, was next to me, and we were just driving out of the parking garage. And she just simply asked, Mom, Dad, when do all the other kids get to come home? And so we had to kind of educate her that other kids have different types of cancers. And based off of that, they stay days, weeks, and some can say months.
Right.
And so the next words out of her mouth literally changed our life, because she just simply said, "How can we help them?" Oh. And I was like, I don't know. That's not really what my mission is right now. I'm trying to help you. But long story short, she came home after that day and started getting her brown paper lunch bags and wanted to fill them up with her beanies, and she was writing "Get well," "Smile," and all these kinds of things. And I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Well, I really want to take these to the kids that can't leave the hospital." So we talked to CHOC, and they said, you know, it's no problem if Jesse wants to bring these things. There's some rules, new toys, new, age appropriate, no food, nothing sharp, those kinds of things. But you can't use a bag. So we had to come up with a different vehicle. And so we sat around as a family, and Jesse's middle name was Joy. And so we took Joy in jars and created Joy Jars.
And then you have the Joy Jars. And we have some samples here, which is really amazing because they have little themes.
Yeah, so when Jessie was fighting cancer, she actually made with her friends and family over 3,000 of these in the garage.
Oh my gosh.
That was the Joy Factory at that time.
Yeah.
was our garage. And so since that, we've now sent over 200,000 Joy Jars out to kids fighting cancer in all 50 states and 33 countries. Wow. It cost us $25 to stuff and ship one jar to a child fighting cancer. And so we do come up with different themes.
Right.
So this is actually our upcoming holiday. We call it the Winter Wonderful. So it's different holiday themes.
Yes.
And so inside you'll see different things about the holidays and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
And so Jess had certain rules. And so one of the rules was no cheesy toys. She liked to make sure it was good toys. Okay. She said no air. So it has to pass the shake test. So basically, when you stuff these jars at the Joy Factory, you have to make sure that everything gets in there, because she loved the idea of squeezing it down so the next time it opens, it would pop.
Pop out. Oh, that's great. That's great.
And then the other one was ship it fast, and so we ship it all around the world. And so what allows it to kind of pop and fill up that little extra air are our beanies. Because every Joy Jar comes with, one, a rubber ducky, because Jessie loved rubber duckies, one of her Never Ever Give Up wristbands, and then beanies, and then everything else is kind of customizable, because we do different age ranges, from just a few months old up to 18, and then obviously boys and girls.
Okay.
And so we have amazing, amazing volunteers like Nora, who has skills that I don't. And loves to knit, and she came up with this idea of Brave Beanies. Okay. And that's what we put in each one of our Joy Jars, and we do about 40-some thousand jars a year.
Wow, that's great. Now, well, Nora, let's talk about how this came along. I mean, obviously you're stuffing them in there, but why a beanie?
Well, when the kids are in the hospital, or even when they're at home, they're cold. And so when they're wearing a hospital gown, the only way they can individualize themselves and show character and fun and personality is by their beanies.
Okay.
So there's beanies for, you know, that we send them to the kids,
fun.
and they have, and some of them have, because you know they lose their hair, so some of them like the little tails.
Okay.
And then there's ones for, like, you know, 4th of July kind of thing, a little bit more for boys. And then here's a younger one for a young girl that they did little buttons around it.
Oh, that's
It's like a crown.
It's like a little crown, right?
Oh, that's darling.
So the idea was that when they open the jars, there's a little bit of love in there too.
Right.
So besides all Jess's rules, we wanted to show the kids how much we love them and care for them and want to share in their journey and help them. So the beanies are a fun way to do that.
Now, I did notice that on your website you have a woman who has knitted almost 1,000 beanies for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. How long did it take her to do that?
I don't know. She does them and just sends them and drops them off. We have a woman in Texas who literally sends me pictures, and she has a mound of them sitting on her kitchen counter.
Okay.
It is incredible because you can do them while watching TV. You can do them while, you know, watching sports, or I've taken them when I'm driving with my husband on a trip. You know, because then I don't tell him how to drive, or you know,
You're staying busy just
I know,
knitting.
right?
Okay.
So that works out super great. So we just really want to send a beanie in each one of the jars.
Okay.
So that's 40,000 beanies.
That's a lot
so
of beanies.
we're trying to empower our community to try to help us create these beanies to put in each one of the jars.
Okay, which is where you all come in.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about, I know we have a slide that talks about the sizing and what is specific to what you need. So what you're looking for is people to knit to these specific sizes. So we've got for 6 to 12 months is a specific size, and then all the way up through, what, like 18 years old probably?
Yep.
Okay, well that would be more like an adult anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Correct. And there's we have a Pinterest board. If you email info@jessie.org, we can send you all the particulars on. We have a Pinterest board with patterns. We can send you a kit.
Okay.
So all of that kind of stuff is available, and we also need boy and girl in each one of the categories.
So both. Okay.
Yeah.
So colors that would pertain. You could always do a neutral hat that could go either
sure.
way.
Correct.
Or beanie. Okay. So if you are interested in participating and helping us knit beanies, then you can do info@jessie.org. At jessie.org. So that you can do it that way. Or if you want to go to find the sizes, you can always visit the website, which is just jessie.org now.
Right.
Did that change? Did it used to be negu.org?
Both of them work.
Okay.
They both end you.
Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, good. So hopefully we have a few volunteers from just talking about that. For
That would be
beanies.
fabulous. Just one other thing I want to mention. They don't have to just knit. They can crochet, they can loom, they can sew. Any type of soft material or yarn would be fabulous.
Fantastic. Well, I know we have a lot of crafters out there, so
I
I'm
know.
hoping.
I
I'm
love to
hoping.
craft.
And then let's talk about, you have an upcoming event, a golf tournament.
Yes.
Let's touch on that a little bit.
Well, so September is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay.
And so we always try to rally and do fundraisers and stuff during that month. And so we have our golf tournament coming up at Coda de Casa on Monday, September 17th.
Okay.
Information's on the website, again, jessie.org/golf, or you can just go to jessie.org. But our hope is that we'll sell it out. We've got 10 foursomes left.
Oh, wow. You're almost sold out.
But
congratulations.
we need 10 more. So
Okay.
if anybody's watching and loves golf, please join us. It's a great, great day for the kids. And this year, our goal is to raise $250,000.
Okay.
And that money is actually going to be used in December. December, we do a program called 25 Days of Love, where we started 3 years ago with the program, and we were able to give 25 families $1,000. Because two things happen when you have a child fighting cancer. Your stress goes up and your debt goes up, because you're just doing anything and everything to try to help your child. And so we know that, and so we want to help provide some financial support. And so 3 years ago we did 25 families. This year we're doing 250 families.
Oh, wow.
So we'll be giving 250 families from around the United States that have children actively fighting cancer a boost of love by sending them a check for $1,000.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you're on your way.
Yes.
You're on your way. Well, congratulations on the success so far.
Thank you.
And I love the beanie idea.
Aren't they
I think that is
fun?
really great because, like you said, let's just open it up and it shows. Look at that, how it just pops right open, and then right on top you have a little beanie.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you both. Congratulations.
Thank you for
and good
having
luck
us.
to you, and hopefully we have more people who would like to knit some beanies for you.
We'd love
Yes.
that.
All
I
right.
would love
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you so much.
And if you want more information about how you can participate in their beanie program or just participate at any of the things that they do, you can go to www.jessie.org. We'll be right back after this. Did we cover everything?
Absolutely.
I think we did. Thank you. I'm so excited.
This is perfect.
Maxi Comfort from Golden is the most comfortable lift recliner in the world. Its patented technology glides smoothly into a variety of positions not found on most recliners. Everyone loves the programmable auto drive control. You can lift and recline, watch TV or sleep, and enjoy the feeling of weightlessness in zero gravity. Made by American workers and backed by the industry's best warranties. Feel relaxed in a Maxi Comfort lift recliner. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
And from Adapt to It today is Leslie Gabola, the owner of Adapt to It. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, and today we're talking about braces.
Braces,
right?
all sorts of braces, kind of from head to toe here. We start with a wrist brace. And
so let me first ask,
Yeah.
because you're an occupational
Yeah.
therapist, why would somebody need a brace? Is it something just for temporary or long-term or both?
That's a really good question. And yes, the answer is yes
Okay.
to both. Either temporary for an acute inflammation or acute support, or ongoing.
Okay.
Now the thing about braces is people sometimes tend to put them on and just leave them on. And typically we recommend 2 hours on, 2 hours off.
Okay.
Even though, unless you have like something other that you need it on all the time, like a break or something
Okay,
like that.
all right.
Doctor recommended. Typically, when you're just supporting a joint, we recommend 2 hours on, 2 hours off. The reason why is because you don't want your muscles to atrophy. You
Okay.
want them to be active. And even though you're using your hand or your limb or something on a limited basis, you're still using it.
Okay.
So your muscles are still getting that input, they're still getting that feeling of moving, they're still developing that muscle memory. And that's really important to
Okay.
keep. We all know that if you don't use it, you lose it. And
Yeah.
that's so true. And that's regarding atrophy.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we see the wrist braces are probably our most common. And people come in a lot of times with carpal tunnel, and that can be from anything really, any
Yeah.
overuse really. I have a lot of people with thumb injuries usually from texting.
Yeah.
My first question is, you know, people come in and they're like, it hurts right here. Well,
Yeah.
you have two joints here. You have one here and you have
Yeah.
one down here. And those, if you're using your thumb a lot,
Yeah.
those are the texting issues.
Yeah.
It used to be called gamekeeper's
Yeah,
thumb.
that's right. Yeah.
And that was in the olden days when people were keeping game. Well, we're no longer doing that. We're
Yeah.
texting.
Yeah.
And so now it's texting thumb. And so we do have thumb braces that immobilize that area and provide that support.
And you know what's interesting that you bring that up about your thumb. Well, I text with my finger like that because
I do too. I'm old, yeah.
yeah, but you know, most of the younger kids and all and younger adults, they're like this, which
Right.
I can't do.
I can't
But
coordinate
that's
my
a
left
really
thumb,
good
yeah.
point.
Yeah, it is. And so that's something that we see a lot. A lot of
Okay.
times it's just rest, ice, elevation. The newest literature from the APTA, the American Physical Therapy Association, for an acute injury is actually heat instead of ice. And the reason why, unless there's a lot of inflammation involved, the heat will increase the inflammation. But the reason why heat is because it helps the circulation. It helps the
Okay.
blood cells heal the
Okay.
injury more.
Okay.
And so that's kind of against common thought. But
Okay.
that's the
So this
uniqueness.
one looks specifically for,
Yes. And that would
Okay.
be a great one
Yeah.
for like just regular carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's actually- it's hard
computer
right
too
here.
much. It is. And this is, you can take that stay out and it's metal and we can bend it.
Okay.
Because it's important, like with anything, anybody that knows me knows I'm pretty obsessive
Yeah.
over fit. But to get that support right there that you need, we can bend it so it fits custom.
now
or
would you
fits
use something
properly.
like this while you're working on a computer or whatever? Or is it recommended that you stop doing what you're doing and have this on for a couple hours?
What I usually recommend if you're using your part, go ahead and support it because
Okay.
it's going to feel better and it's gonna be okay to use it.
All
A
right.
lot of people do use these at night, and that's kind of the there are D-rings, so they
Okay.
go through and they
So-
come back on themselves.
Okay, but if they use them, are you talking about at night while they're sleeping or at night sitting at home watching TV?
No, at night while they're sleeping.
Okay.
A lot of times, especially with carpal tunnel, and that's kind of the one caveat to the 2-hour rule, is that a lot of times, especially women, what we'll do is we'll kind of curl up, and a lot of people sleep curled up. Well, what you're doing is you're bending and you're putting pressure on that nerve, which
interesting.
causes or can irritate carpal tunnel.
Okay.
So what these do is, as you saw, they have that stay. They prevent you from doing that.
Okay.
And so it's going to stop that inflammation from happening and heal it.
Okay.
And a lot of people do that at night for a period of time to avoid surgery, carpal tunnel surgery. I know my mom did it and it was successful.
Okay.
So a lot of people do that. And then they're just, we have, a ton of stuff, ton of different types of stuff. Everything comes with choices. So this one is a nice one. This is actually one of my favorite wrist braces because I feel like it's really comfortable. This is for the thumb part. And then this just simply
Oh, I see.
ties, it's all together.
Oh,
and
that's
then
nice.
you just
Yeah.
flop it on like that. And this one comes in beige and black. A lot
Okay.
of people don't like black. That's all I brought.
Yeah.
But because it shows too much. So we have beige if
Okay.
you prefer in this one. But it's a nice brace. It's very, very comfortable, very, very supportive. I like it because it kind of gives your arm a hug.
Yeah. I would think, almost nowadays, there are people who want these in bright colors because people tend not to hide as much, especially younger adults and kids.
Right.
And kids may have to use something
Right.
like this.
Exactly.
They want to have something
Yeah,
flashy. I
exactly.
think older folks, they're
They
still
wanna
at that hiding,
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah. And for kids, puffy paint goes a long way for kids.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
We rented a wheelchair once, and it was a pediatric wheelchair, and it came back totally blinged out with puffy paint and ribbon and things flying
Yeah.
off of it. It was great. So,
Yeah.
yeah, kids tend to decorate things. Moving on down the body, this is one of our most popular back braces.
Yeah.
This is neoprene.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, a neoprene wetsuit material.
Yeah.
It has the stays in the back, so it's really supportive. And we have all levels. So we have one that's just this like meshy material, and it's white, but it's just the meshy material, and so it just is kind of gives you a hug.
Okay.
This is more supportive, so if you have more pain or maybe an
Okay.
injury, this would be great. And the benefit with this one is that it has a double pull system, so it has this one that goes around, so you put it on like that. This goes in the front, and then you take these, and they're stretchy, and you can pull them and adjust it as tight as you need it.
Okay.
And they're two, so you can do,
Nice.
if you've got need more on one side than the other, you can do that
Okay.
as well. And then this one actually has kind of little pockets. If you wanted to, you could put even a cold pack in here for
Okay.
it to make it a little bit cooler in there. So that's a really good one. That's a popular one. And then this is a great brace. It's a knee brace. And this brace I really like too. I brought all my favorite ones. This one is a knee brace, and it goes half above your knee. This part goes above your knee. This part goes below your knee, and so your kneecap sits here.
Okay.
And then this is in the back of your knee.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I like this one, this is a great runner's brace. So if somebody is active, exercising a lot, running, but what happens with your knees as ligaments get a little bit lax as we age, or maybe with an injury, the kneecap is supposed to work like this, straight. And so what happens if you've got a little bit of pull on one side, the kneecap starts going off to the side.
Okay.
And that's really painful because your body's, anytime your body is out of alignment, it's going to be painful. So what this does, on the bottom part, it has a little bar type thing. You can see it on the inside.
Yeah.
So that goes right below your kneecap. And what that does, you have a tendon that helps your knee go straight. And so what this does, it helps your knee go straight. And it relieves pain. But the thing is,
that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's not bulky. So somebody that's really active will like this.
Yeah, I like the idea of that.
Yeah, and people don't want a lot of stuff on them a lot of times.
Yeah.
So this is a nice alternative. And then this one is an ankle brace, super simple. A lot of times ankle braces can become complicated with straps and all, and probably not necessary. So what this one is, just Velcro, stick your foot in. This is your heel, so your heel's
that
open.
makes it easy.
And then these straps, just Velcro it shut, and then these straps come up and they're elastic.
Yeah.
And so you can cross them, you can pull them up, you can do whatever you want with them. And
All right, let's look at this here.
Okay.
And I mentioned that at first it looks like something you'd use for an oven mitt or barbecue or something, but the purpose is lets you get in the water if you have a cast on.
And it's completely airtight, and I'll show you.
Yeah.
So what you do is we have to measure for these because they have to fit tight.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I think I got one that will work, just half up.
Yeah.
And okay, so it's tight around there. So then what you do is you take this little pumper thing, and it's completely 100% airtight. So give me 1 second here, and then you can wear a cast if you have a cast.
Okay.
If you have a wound.
Would this, quick question, because we're just about out of time, would this, what about your circulation?
Oh, no, we say about a half an hour, but it's not that tight.
Okay, all right.
And then to let the air back in, you just pull it and take it off.
Very good. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you coming by today. You can see they have all kinds of braces and dozens and hundreds of other things, but the point is that they're going to fit you. You saw here, a lot of these braces do similar things, but they're going to fit you with the correct one that you need, right?
Yep,
that's
we
it.
will.
All right.
Absolutely.
Adapt to It is right on the corner of El Toro and Paseo de Valencia. AdaptToIt.com. Leslie, good to see you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Wendy Miller, your Laguna Woods real estate professional. Have you been looking for a realtor?
Wendy Miller helped me through the challenging process of real estate here in Laguna Woods. She was helpful, she was fun, she was professional. I really recommend her.
Whether you're thinking of buying, selling, downsizing, or even relocating within Laguna Woods, I am your real estate professional and can help guide you through the entire process. Give me a call and I'll help you make the right move.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
Well, we're warming up a little bit with the weather over the next few days, and we're going to be up by, 3-4 degrees above what we were just a couple days ago. So look towards the high 80s for the next probably 3 days or so. Things will bump down a little bit as we get to Sunday and Labor Day. And hazy sun out there today, a little bit of those high clouds. It's just like we saw yesterday, and we'll be about 86 today, and you can see going forward. And once we get to Sunday and Monday, at least right now, the forecast is more of the morning marine layer, so therefore cooler. However, the overnights are still staying nice.
And it was really clear.
Yes, it was.
The sky was really pretty yesterday, last night and this morning.
Yeah, it was. Around Orange County today, hitting the 90s in certain areas, as you can see, and out in Palm Springs, about 108. So.
Oh, wow, that jumped up a lot.
Yeah, it did. So there you are, a little bit warmer weather, but not too bad. We've had it pretty good the past couple weeks.
It's been pleasant. It's been pleasant. All right, and then tomorrow we have Dr. Chang, who's with the California Protons Cancer Therapy Center. We have El Toro Water District, United Update, and Cartmart. So it'll be a full show tomorrow.
It will.
All right. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye-bye.